I like that hat.
Thanks. I bought it while I was drunk the other night.
It's a good fucking purchase then.
I heard that part.
Some street vendor.
I bet in
One
Thailand
second.
they probably have like legit, like authentic shit on the street instead of like you go to New York and it's like all fake Gucci and shit.
Oh, they got all that stuff too, but
Yeah.
with this hat set me back like $6 or something.
Oh shit. What are your monthly expenses? Like how much do you spend to live there?
My expenses are nothing, like maybe $1,200 a month.
Wow. That's depressing. That's insane.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Oh boy. FEMY is going for it right now. Okay, am I going to get fucked here or what?
I heard something.
Come on, you son of a bitch. Don't keep pulling back on me. Oh boy, there's all my profits for the day.
Do not tell me you took that.
I did. Oh, I'm in the halt down, I think, too. Even better.
Oh, guys, can we do like no trading during the podcast?
Oh man, now I'm red for the day. What the fuck?
What ticker?
FEMY. That was so brutal. It's down 17%.
I
On
hit
that-
I hit at 1.5 and had like 3 cents profit and then dump. Now I'm down $1,000 on that ticker.
Oh,
Oh, FEMY. There we go.
oh man.
Oh, actually almost 1,100 to be. Well, I should have gone with smaller share size apparently.
Honestly, in this market, you want to get green, get going. I don't know if you were green before, but it's like I cannot keep any profits in this market. Like if I'm up $500, I better walk, or 1,000 or whatever. After like 1 or 2 or 3 good green trades, if I'm green, those are probably it.
Same.
I was green in pre-market 350, and all I've done is go back and forth. And now I'm really digging myself a hole.
Yeah, it sounds like one of my classic stories.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I was down almost 1,000 today, and then somehow I made it back up, and I'm only down, or no, I'm up $130 right now, and I'm just like, yeah, I needed to run. I have family visiting. That's why I was a little late today as well. So,
Shoot. Yeah, I was up 300 when we started the podcast.
oh, dude, that's so painful, man. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
What happened to you?
I just took the FEMY breakout dump and got smoked with a bunch of shares.
Oh Jesus! Look at that!
Yeah,
Wow, that's nasty.
What did you have? Like 3,000 shares?
I had yeah, about exactly. Now I'm getting smoked on the side.
yeah. This is one of those classic tickers where it's like, you look to the left, pops up, flushes, pops up, flushes. Although here it popped up and broke, so it's a little misleading, I guess. But
Yeah.
It cleared high a day, so I thought there was a chance, but I didn't think it was coming back all the way back down to down to where it was at like the 50 EMA.
mm,
Oh well. I did pretty good on the
Yeah, I was thinking.
SLNO.
Yeah, SLNO. Yeah, that was a crazy one pre-market. I was not expecting that. I was just like sitting back watching it. After that, I thought it was going to be like a hot day. But it seems like after they opened, like everything just started dumping or getting choppy.
oh, it was a tough
So-
open. Huh?
I called
Dude,
it out.
even I
Yeah,
was
very-
watching SLNO.
I called it out super early too. And then I was like instantly up $300 on it, and then I went out to dinner because I was like, okay, I'll just take a break. And then
Yeah.
and then I came back and saw it ran all the way to what, like $25 or something. So then I started FOMOing.
That's when the FOMO kicks in.
That was the worst. I probably should have just shut the computer off. That was high a day, like $305, $350.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think, that's a pretty solid green day in this market based on maybe some averages. And yeah, I was kind of red all day. So I wrapped up pre-market like usual because I didn't see any activities. And then a bunch of stuff happened. I saw in the Discord. I logged in and then I took like a big loss trade right away. And I was like, I gotta wait till the market opened. And that's what I did. And then I actually went even more red, I think on SLNO right out of the gate. I took a bunch of trades on SNLO, or actually only 2 trades, but I got caught in this flush and in this halt. I bought here at the top for the breakout and then it opened lower. So I just 2 back-to-back trades.
Yeah.
I was down, I don't know, I think on this ticker like 500, not so much because I didn't use that big share size, only 300 shares here and 100 shares in this halt. And then this trade right here got me back green on, not on this ticker, but just in general, because I bought here on this pullback. And I was even holding here at 25, and then it pulled all the way back. I took some profits, and then I closed the rest at like 23 or something, somewhere in this area. But if this broke over 25 and got halted or something like that, that could have been a really nice win because I was green here on the P&L on the day on a very small size. But yeah, tricky stuff.
Nice.
My investment portfolio is down $20,000.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's been brutal out there.
Every trade I made on SLN was a green trade today. I didn't take one red trade on it.
Nice. Very
Wow,
nice.
that's impressive.
I'm the opposite. I had a 30% win rate today. Still ended up green. But yeah, 30% win rate. I had one solid trade on FEMY, the first 1 minute candle, first one green candle at 9:30. And then just started giving back since then. But is that investment portfolio? Is that just on the day or is that all time?
That's all time. I just keep buying stocks in that one just constantly. Whenever I have like funds laying around, I'll just buy more. But it's like some tickers have just only been down. So it's, I don't know. It's like, I'm not planning to sell anything there for at least a year or two. But yeah, that's a little painful portfolio because the SPY has so much more to go down potentially. But some of these companies, they're down so much already. I figured these are good names, but
what do you have? What are you holding?
All sorts of stuff. Like Indy, SoFi. Here you can see I was buying Indy like originally here and buying all the way down. SoFi, I think I just started accumulating some. So just like, I only have one share that I bought. This was like an alert. Sometimes I'll have like an alert order that goes out and then I buy. Things like that. Snow. This is another company. I bought. It should show up. I don't know why it doesn't, but I bought this one. I started accumulating it somewhere here. So I'm down like 10% on this one, or it was maybe here I started accumulating it. I'm not really sure, but yeah, just stuff like this. And the portfolio is kind of large. It's like $80,000 roughly, but so it's only down. Well, it's $80,000 now, so it's down like 20%. I would say 20%. maybe 25%, but yeah, it's like everything I buy, it just keeps going down. So I don't know. Don't take investing advice from me. So I stick to day trading. Everything else is I don't know. It's a big question mark. Better to buy.
Yeah.
Freaking just put your money in freaking Yoda Bank and get your lottery tickets or something. It's ridiculous.
You just gotta buy the stock. You're all tech.
Yeah, that's a big problem. I'm mostly tech. I think the one thing.
That's great. And it's a hot market and risk on.
Oh yeah. It's my fault. I went a little bit too risky in my investment portfolio. But the thing is, I like a lot of tech was already down like 70, 80, 90%. But I started accumulating a lot of my tech positions after that potentially dead cat bounce we had. And then we had like a pretty nice pullback, and I just started really buying heavy, a lot of positions there. Unfortunately, I just realized my screen's still sharing. Unfortunately, yeah, it like, we had like a big support zone. There was like a tiny pop. I'm like accumulating, ready for that second leg up. And it was just like 20, 30% flushes. And I was like, oh, but I'm sure most of it will come back as long as the companies don't go bankrupt. But let's hope that doesn't happen. I don't know. Yeah. It's been tough out there. I'm excited
for sure.
Yeah, the September vibes to go away. This is like such a hard month. It's my worst month since I started trading small caps in 2019. It's crazy.
Wow.
But I guess that's gonna always happen, right? You're always gonna have your worst month ahead of you.
How big of a drawdown are you in?
I actually don't even know the exact number, but I could pull it up. It's definitely sizable. This month I'm down like 7K or something like that. Nah, a little bit more maybe. Yeah, I'll pull it up. But in the meantime, how are you guys doing out there? Like anything new? I know Toby, you've been gone for a little bit. Smart taking this month off, kind of.
I've been doing pretty good until today, I guess. A little just chipping away, good base hits every day. Couple $100.
Yeah, I noticed you weren't sticking around too long, so not kind of overstaying your welcome.
Yeah, if I I don't really have a daily goal, but if it's a couple $100 and the market's been so trash that it just seemed like a better just to take the money and run and enjoy the rest of the evening or wait till the next trading day.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. Just kind of get green, get going, because it's like what I've really noticed is I've lost. I don't know what it is, but I feel like my ability to like identify like when I should trade or not has like deteriorated, and I've been trading all sorts of nonsense. So I was like, I need to limit my exposure. If I don't see something that is like my default, bread and butter, I need to get out of here. Because if nothing's moving, I'll just start trading some complete nonsense for no reason. I know I'm better than that, but I think I just get bored. And if I'm looking at the market, I don't know. I need to practice self-discipline. So I just need to close my TOS when nothing's happening. That's what I've learned.
Did you place any pre-market trades in SLNO?
I did.
That was sort of right up your alley, right around that time zone, that time area that you trade.
Well, actually, no, I didn't trade this one. But yeah, no, typically it is like I closed my TOS. I'll share my screen quickly. Literally like at 7:30. So it wasn't really on my scanners yet. It probably just popped up in my scanners around 7:30, but it wasn't something I'd be looking at till around like 7:35, 37. But then at this point, there's like not a lot of volume. So I'm not super crazy about a ticker like this, but I would probably start watching it here. Yeah. Then I was offline. Yeah. But technically it was pretty nice pre-market. And sometimes when you see a ticker this active pre-market, they tend to not perform so well at the open. Because that's
really
already
cool. It's holding its highs at 300%. Wow.
Yeah, it's consolidating quite a long time.
That's crazy.
Kobe wants to jump in for a short.
Dude, I do. I was literally just gonna say I know, right? I fucking blow myself up. Kind of nuke an account, dude. I never did it before.
This is the moment. Wow, the daily is just so crazy on this ticker.
Oh wow. Damn. That's a lot of resistance. That is a lot of money stuck in there.
Although it does have these kind of multi-freaking month runs, which is pretty impressive.
What's the float?
You don't really see that.
10 million.
Are you short still the stock though?
Below 10 million. Am I what?
Are you sure that that's still the stock, or if it just changed the ticker symbol? Or, if that's a previous company?
Yeah.
A different company? You don't know,
I think
right?
I don't think that would be the case with this one. Sometimes you'll see that, but you'll see like a dead strip where nothing happened for months or something. Doesn't seem like this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. This is 2017 back here. The new just doesn't go back that far, yeah, but yeah, this is major resistance here, huh? We got like big support around 20 again and again and again. Although there was a reverse split, or actually a split. Sometimes it's hard to like value those supply zones. Oh my god, yeah, there's EDTX right here, then minus $5,000 a day.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know. I had a high here of 140,000, and now I'm at like 133,000. So yeah, like a $7,000 drawback. It's not too bad. It's just like what's been kind of damping my mood a little bit is like, in a way, I haven't really made much progress in like a year. Which you guys know, I've been kind of complaining about this for a while, that this year has been a little bit of a wash for me. I mean, technically I'm up, but it feels like it's been a whole one step forward, one step back kind of year for me. Probably, I would say, because Q1 was really hectic. We had, some very personal family issues. I was with my girlfriend's family. There was a passing in the family, so we spent like 2 months in South Germany, and I was very distracted. And then at the same time, I was trying a different strategy of holding longer. So like Q1 and like half of Q2, I was fully somewhere else with my head. Plus, I was trying something different. So I think that's a big reason the whole year started really bad for me. Yeah, it was basically just zero profits for like 4 months. During what typically is one of the hottest months of the time periods of the year. And then I had like a little bit of a green streak when I was like, okay, I need to get back to the basics, get green, get out, my classic strategy. And that's when things got a little bit good. And then August, nothing really happened in August. I was also away. I think I had like a handful of trading days in all of August. I was mostly gone. Yeah, and then, September has just been pretty brutal so far, but yeah. Nothing too different. Like my stats are pretty typical other than that. And I hope we can end the year strong. I don't like that my P&L curve is just going like, or my nominal P&L, like, I had my biggest month basically 2.5 years ago. It's disgusting. Wow.
Yeah, it's weird to kind of think back and be like, where are we right now in the stock market in terms of history and everything like that? It's like we could be in a point where it's just going to be really bad for a while. We've been saying this for so long, but there's no point in trying to predict it and be like, oh, this is going to be the worst time ever. But it's always in the back of my mind that it's totally possible that I decided to learn how to be a day trader in the worst possible time to ever learn to be a day trader. I wonder. I don't know.
It's definitely one of the hardest times for sure. And I don't know. I keep thinking what Tim Sykes says is like, you have to be like a retired trader. And if that means not trading for a couple months, I mean, like, I think for us, like we could do the more Ross Cameron style, get green, get going and just kind of stay active. But ultimately, like, there's no reason to keep like over trade when the market is not good. And right now the market's not good. So why am I trying to, hit new highs and all this stuff, like during the worst period of time, when if I just wait, during at least a hot month where you can make a mistake, but you still walk away green on, it's just much more favorable. And like, I think all of us have the skill set to do that at this point. We're just all so antsy to like really grow as traders, and P&L is kind of the scoreboard. So we're like forcing these positions that are totally nonsense. That's my theory.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. But I do think that the market's just going to get more and more volatile, and I think it actually, in a sense, it is easier to be a day trader now than it was 10 years ago. In a sense, in some way, because of the no commissions, and you can kind of grow. You can grow an account, a small account, on moves that are happening every day. That in the small caps, pretty much regular. I wouldn't say every day right now, but we've had moments where a few months where we'd have consistent action, and you can grow a small account fairly easy if you do have a profitable strategy. So in a sense, it is. I could see someone being able to argue that it is actually easier to be a trader now, and going into the future. I would think that there's going to be more consistent action in small caps. There's a lot more success stories now than there was 10 years ago, 5 years ago. More people, see the potential in it. And I do also think that with the inflationary period, that just stocks in general are going to be a lot more volatile due to just the amount of dollars that can be chasing some of these stocks that are in play. But that's just my kind of theory as well.
Man, Tom is just so good at being optimistic. It's great. We need more people like you, bro. Because you could easily argue any side, really. You could be like, well, it's much easier to trade now. There's no commissions, which makes you overtrade more, which makes it harder to be a trader. Or it's easier to trade now because there's more clearing houses that are doing algorithmic trading, and they make the market much more like electronic compared to mechanical like it was before. You could really look at it anyway, and that's just like how everything is in life. But
yeah.
There's not really a point of sitting here trying to be a day trader and being like, oh, it's fucking impossible. It's really fucking hard. It's, this is terrible and the worst time ever. Like, what are you going to do? Just quit then if you're going to say that every day. But
yeah, I totally agree. You got to be optimistic to some extent for sure. I think what I'm just trying to do is understand that market exposure has been killing me. So I've been trying to reduce overstaying and looking at a desert and then seeing something beautiful that doesn't exist. That's where my mistakes have been coming from. But yeah, I actually agree with Tom. There's tons of opportunities, and I think I specifically agree with the part where I think investing is getting very tricky, and it's like, well, I think it's always been tricky, but right now the market is so high, and it's just so sketchy to try to buy and hold, and it's also not really a good way to really make money. It's really like a long-term thing. So I think day trading is like a very popular thing in that regard. So there's probably going to be a lot of volume at one point coming back in, some really good tickers. I mean, we've been having some amazing tickers again, so it's only a matter of time till one that's like a little bit cleaner or one that you vibe with a little bit more. And then, you have that really big streak, green streak on it. So, and I think we're close. Like, we haven't seen action like this in a while, which is really refreshing.
It seems like a lot of the cycles in small caps are just getting shorter. Like, it was like if there was a hot cycle in January, it was like maybe like 3 weeks, and now it seems like it's only like maybe a week or two maximum before it just kind of dies.
It's less than a week. It's less than a week.
Like, how are you supposed to be able to identify that unless you have a decade of experience?
Even then, it's tough. I mean, Ross had his, not a big red day, but yesterday when we had such a nice ticker that was up, a couple 100%, he was down on it. And we talked about this on the pod as well in the past. If it's like a new hot ticker and a lot of really good traders are red on it because it's just like totally out of the blue and no one's really ready for it and nobody trusts it, right? Because you see all those tickers that spike up 200% but whack back down. So the first one that actually holds, you're just like, hold up, what is this?
Yeah.
Toby looks like he might be trading.
Trying to get out of this. Oh man, not bad. I was in SLNO for with 750 shares.
Holy shit. God damn.
That was okay. Let's see how red I am.
Sweating.
I'm $100 down for the day now.
Nice. Wow. Sometimes it takes a red trade to really get you.
1,400 on SLNO.
Ooh.
And managed to throw it all the way on FEMY. What a shit ticker.
Good thing you cut your losses though on that ticker. That thing has only been going down since he sold.
I couldn't get rid of my shares because the spread was so big on SNO.
Yeah.
SLNO.
The spread on that ticker is a beast.
I could have I could have made about $1 on $1 a share, but couldn't get out.
When I was trading SNL, oh, sorry, go for it.
No, go ahead because it's a different topic. You said you're trading SL.
Yeah, so when I was trading SLNO, I was also kind of holding for a breakout at around 25. Kind of mentioned this for a second, but it was your share screen is loading. Okay, it wasn't loading. Yeah, it was like right here, and I was up like already almost 10% on this one, and I was looking for that breakout. But yeah, the spread really got me because the second it didn't break out, we just pulled back, like 7% pretty brutally. And then I kind of got out most of my shares right around here. So a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, the spread on this one's really quick. You could almost just spread trade it, but that's not really something I like to do because I mean, these little candles are pretty solid. Less now than it was over here, but because I mean, look at this pullback move. It's like 16%, it's insane. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Spread is crazy on this.
When you get in the wrong spot and those
Yeah.
bids start to pull away from you, it gets real tough fast.
Freaking brutal.
Yeah, hard to control your risk.
Yeah, that's one of those types of stocks that I actually have struggled. I still struggle with those types of stocks just because it's the risk factor. You don't really know how much you're risking. You may say like, oh, I'm only risking 20 cents. But if it's a $25 stock, you could be risking up to $2 and you don't even know it. Just because of how fast the level 2 changes and the level 2 will skip 50 cents.
Yeah, those bids pull away and you're stuck and they won't come back up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly the problem. And that's why I was kind of nervous when I was trading it because I have PTSD from EDTX and like, yeah, if it tickers up 300, 500, 10, like 1,000%, like, yeah, you're risking that halt down that just gets halted again. And then, it's down 50, 60, 70% because it can, and it will, and it probably will happen even. Maybe it's going to happen extended hours, but at that point, when something's up 10x, that's usually the point where you kind of want to be very careful. Probably leave it. I kind of wrote that in my rules for now to just totally leave anything that's up that kind of level. I'll trade it from like $2 to 20. Say what?
Yeah, I was gonna say my biggest losses are the ones that it's going like straight up and I buy and it's like an instant halt down and I can't sell at all. Like can't sell for a small loss, can't sell break even. It's just as soon as I hit buy, it's just instant halt.
Dude, yeah.
It opens up
20% lower.
Using DOS Trader.
Oh yeah, that's helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot with the larger spread stocks because I can easily see it all like right next to each other. And it's like it's easier to visualize the momentum and your entries and exits because on ThinkorSwim, unless you hit that minus button where it like brings it down from 1 penny spread or whatever, like 1 penny increments to 5 cents increments to 25-cent increments. I don't like using that just because I just can't see all the orders. And if you're not going to use that on one of those larger spread stocks, the bid could be off the screen and you might not know what the bid price is anymore or to ask. So that's why I stayed away from those.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the same problem. And then if you use a hotkey like buy the bid, which I do sometimes because I don't see the bid on the ladder, it's literally the second the bid pops up 5, 6, 7%, you buy there and then it pops back down again. And you're just like, ah!
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely DOS Trader. I definitely make my money by having a subscription. I definitely make my money back at minimum, either with avoiding losses or making gains. So I think it's worth it for someone who trades my style.
I think so too, for sure. I'll probably get it pretty soon here once I have a little bit more focus time. It's been a bit hectic over here.
Yeah.
But I mean, even alone, just for the halts, the imbalance, that's so nice. there's nothing like being in a halt
Yeah.
and not knowing what's going to happen, but you have like that really good indicator of like, okay, it's going to open higher. Well, it gives you a lot of, you can start really thinking your game plan ahead of time instead of like being super reactive the second it opens.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is super valuable. I never traded halts that much, but lately they're so common that I think that's fundamental in your trading arsenal at this point to know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of funny and just
It's
random,
definitely
but it's like pay to win. You guys know, like video games, people are like, oh, you buy the skins, they like give you easier lobbies, or like you like put money into a video game, they like you like those like Clash of Clans or some dumb shit like that. You can like buy like a massive army or some shit. It's funny how to think of that in trading. Like, how many resources can you buy that will actually make you more money?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think there's a lot of them too. But yeah, retail, you're kind of limited at one point. You know, you're a little bit at the whims, which I think is totally like fine to some extent. Like you can make tons of money being a retail trader, so I'm not too worried about it. And a lot of the information I feel like at a certain point isn't really helping you. It's like reading the news of a company, like that will hurt your trading. Like as long as you know it's a news, and maybe it's a big news, like it's a partnership with Google or a partnership with like the government of, you know, of a country, and it's like a little biotech, like those are typically good newses, and that's all you need to know. There was a time when I first started and I would try to like really understand the news, and then I would create all these biases around the stock, and then the ticker would be doing XYZ, and I'd be like, no, I don't trust it based on the news I read. It's like, who cares what the news read? Like the stock is up and it's trading, like freaking trade it.
Someone told me today that there was a study where they like gave horse racers more information, and they actually performed worse, just like exactly what you said.
So, yeah, that's interesting. I'd love to see that study, but
yeah, I don't know what it was. The guy just kind of mentioned it randomly.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I mean, like overstimulating or paralysis through analysis. And you know, anytime you speak to an algo trader, I'm sure we'll talk to Lawrence again soon here, but because I was really big into algo trading for a few years before I started trading small caps. And any book I read on algo trading, oops, I'm raising my hand. Any book I read on algo trading was always about like, how do you cut out the noise? Like what indicators, or like what, you know, few things can you use to figure out the price? Because the second you give the bot more than like one very clear buy signal, everything just breaks. So yeah, I guess us humans, we're kind of the same way, right? We're just looking for that really clear indicator. And the second you have two indicators on your chart, you're probably doing something wrong. Most really good traders don't have a lot of indicators on their chart. Look at the DMK here moving up like crazy. Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
This is actually quite tradable. That's really decent price action and volume.
Might have to jump back on. I don't know.
Oh, there's no way I want to touch this one, but it's not too bad. Wow, the daily chart is just horrendous. Look at that.
That thing is just fucking waiting for a bag holder.
It's getting more, it's going back holder shopping.
Yeah, literally, it's fucking climbing fucking Mount Everest. That shit did not go to the top. And if it does, it's fucking jumping down.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, this is something about drug addiction, opioid drug. Dude, this ticker is the drug. This is the crack cocaine for all the people still trading. Up 160%. That's crazy though. I mean, that's a 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I mean, this is a solid midday runner. That's actually quite impressive. I mean, we're talking about 30 plus minutes here of decent frontside action.
What was the other ticker's catalyst? The SLNO or whatever it was?
A lot of tickers today had some sort of pharmaceutical news. Let's see. I had this written down somewhere. Let me see if I can find it in my notes.
Whoa, there it goes.
Oh, yeah. So SLNO is a biotech with positive results from a clinical trial. I think that's at least what I wrote down. Let's see how accurate I was. Sometimes I write it down way too fast. Results, yeah, positive results from the choline. study. I don't know. Again, like there's a time I used to read in depth on these studies and other things, and it only did me harm. So as long as I know there's a catalyst.
It'd be awesome if you could back test something in small caps where you're like, how often after a 250% runner with volume over 50 million shares traded per day do we have a ticker that is above 40% for the next 2 weeks or something like that to like gauge sector or to just gauge the momentum of the entire small cap market? It'd be really cool.
It would be nice to dissect that a bit more. I mean, in a way that's a little bit like getting into what Stephen Ducks does, right? He gets really specific about.
Thank you, Alex. The NK just made me 400 back to green.
No way you did
wow.
it.
Anyone trading that?
25 shares.
Let's go. Hey, that was a perfect pullback back to the 9 EMA. And it was 11.
I got it with 7,500 shares and just rode it back up and jumped out. Done for the day now.
Yeah, dude, wrap it up. Woo! Nice little get the blood flowing there.
Yeah, for real. Holy shit. Fucking Toby just caught that fucking bull. He's fucking lassoed that shit.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Wait, Toby, don't you want to trade SLNO now?
I do really badly, but I'm not going to look at it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, I would just close.
He's gonna look at it.
I would just close the app.
We're all gonna be quiet for 2 seconds.
Yeah,
It's
let's
me.
do good.
BMK on my screen so I don't look at SLNO. I bought a new setup. I finally bought a project or the screen, a monitor like holder. I don't know what you call it for the desk.
Mount.
It's quite nice because I was using like these kind of things where you just. I think Alex, you kind of have this.
Oh wait, that's exactly what I have. It was just blurred out at the top, and I was like,
Yeah,
what is
so,
that?
So I've been using that, and
they're good, huh?
it's nice, except for I like to have my desk at home is a little bit low, so I have to stack like 6 books underneath it, so it's high enough to get the screen, and it's wobbly, and I'm like,
that's true. They can wobble a bit.
Like it frustrates me every day. Why don't I just invest what it cost me like $35 to buy this monitor stand. It's sweet though. It was cheap, but it's like super high quality, really heavy, probably like 5 kilos.
Is it like a mount or like a?
It's like a mount on the back of the desk, and then it's got 3 arms to hold 2 screens, and the third arm is going to hold the laptop. I'm just waiting for the laptop attachment, and then I can put the laptop on that, and then have everything pretty high in the air. And the pole is long enough that I can actually turn this into a standing desk too now, because I can get the monitors up so high.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Wait, let me share my screen. Is it something like this?
Yeah, it's exactly like the Perdos and that one. But that pole in the pole in the back for mine is probably twice as long as that one.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, this actually looks really, really solid. Wow, I might have to look into something like this.
So like you got the 2 I have the monitor on top and then one on the left, but then that other monitor, there's going to be no monitor, and then they have like a laptop attachment so I can hang my laptop off of that.
Gotcha.
And then keep the laptop completely off the table. So then I just have my keyboard on the desk.
Yeah, I have the
that's
same
actually
thing.
That would be nice to keep the keyboard the laptop off the table.
So
yeah.
I'll take a photo of it when I think I'll get the laptop attachment tomorrow, I hope. But it's the small things that are exciting.
Dude, it is
flagging out right now. It looks like another good trade. Oh, I gotta turn my computer off. This is stupid.
Yeah, dude.
Toby needs another hit.
Okay, I shut it down.
It's a hot potato. Tom, it's your turn. Or like musical chairs. Who's got to take the next trade?
I'm not fucking trading.
Jump on the computer quick.
Yeah.
Yesterday was
Yeah.
tough. I struggled all day yesterday.
Mm,
I was
yeah.
all day until I stayed up until like the end of market and finally got green like $90 or something at the end of the day. I never drew down that low though. It was only like $250 or something, but I was annoyed that I was down $250 because it seemed like there was so much that's the other part of like Discord. Sometimes, I'm watching Discord and everyone's like, oh man, I just crushed it. I got, I'm at my daily goal already. I'm like, what the hell am I negative for?
Yeah, everyone was killing it pre-market. I was getting a little bit, what's the word called? FOMO, but then I was like, let's, yeah.
Colby, how's your trading going? Did you trade today?
Yeah, I made like 5 points, small day. But it's fun
Nice.
because it's like ES contract, so it's like $250. So it makes me feel good, even though it's still in an evaluation account. Like it's not even real money. But yeah, whenever I got this evaluation account, it was like 3 weeks ago, and the whole goal was to just only trade the one strategy that I really like. And like within the first week, I was down like $1,800 in that account, and I was $200 away from getting stopped out of it. But now I just broke back above the like break even point, and I'm up like maybe like $800 or something. So I like recovered like $2,800 from that low in
How
the
much
last
cash do you have?
2 weeks. You have unlimited, but you have to pay. It's $50 a month. So I feel pretty good actually. It's really cool because so you guys know that my whole philosophy for the last 2 years was basically like study, review, learn everything, like constantly be like taking in all this information. And then for the last 3 weeks, I was like, you know what? If there's one assumption I have about my progress, it's that I should do that all the time, no matter what. And I was like, it sounds dumb as shit for me to be like, oh, you know what I should do is change that and do nothing. Don't review at all. And let's just see what happens. So I like don't review at all. And it's actually helping me a lot because in my reviews, I would go look for all these trade setups. I'd find like 10 setups or whatever. I'd look at something. I'd be like, oh, here's a different way to trade the strategy I use. And I would just keep doing all this bullshit that was not related to what I actually like to do. So I think that like not reviewing at all and just kind of trading from 9:30 to 11, that is it. It's over after 11. I have one strategy. That is it. It's actually helping me a lot because that's like my biggest strength is that I love learning a bunch of new shit. My biggest weakness is that I love learning a bunch of new shit. So I need to start like cut all that out. And it's been really helping. Plus, Lance Brightstein posted a Twitter thing. Tom, you saw it, but it was he made like an Excel spreadsheet that basically had like whatever your name is, how many years you've been trading, what markets do you trade, what do you want out of a group of traders, and then you basically went into that document and inputted I put my name in there. I said I trade futures. I've been trading for 3 years. I'm open to anything, whatever. And then within like 2 minutes, I get an email from this guy who is also in that same thing. And he made a Discord, and there's like 20 traders in there right now. And they're all futures traders. They're all trading like ES or the SPY or the NASDAQ. And they're all like very fucking good. Like I mean, some of them have been trading for over 10 years and all of them pretty much are profitable. So it's really cool because that Discord is fucking packed with really, really high level traders that can, like I'm kind of sick of learning from people that like either don't make money or are like in the same exact level as me. Like I really want to go somewhere where like I'm the absolute worst trader there because that makes me feel much better in terms of like actively participating in that group compared to just being like another guy that's at the same level as everyone else. And we're all kind of just fumbling around doing the same shit, So
100%.
that's been really cool. So I'm really excited to see where that takes me. But yeah, it's been fun. I've been having a great time trading the last like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, seems like you're in a pretty chill state of mind right now too. Looks good.
Yeah, I've been yeah. It's easy to be chill though when I'm fucking green. So if I was red today, I probably wouldn't be smiling all fucking,
Yeah, but it is like Toby said, it does seem like you're in a good state of mind, and I think you probably had to go through a lot of that to realize that you need to not study as much. And I feel the same way. Like when I study a lot, I mean, a little bit of studying is necessary, and you have to
Yeah,
kind of reflect. I think that's really important. But if you overstudy, you start everything gets over analyzed, and then you put a lot of pressure on yourself because it's like, okay, well, I studied 4 hours, now I better make something happen here, else because
true.
I'm not allocating my free time to other activities that could be either generating me revenue or that make me happy. So then you put a lot of extra pressure on yourself to really perform. I noticed that's at least for me the case if I really study hard, then I really
Yeah.
want to make it work. And then the market is the shitty part about the market is obviously like if you really want to make a lot of money but the market's not there but you still want to make a lot of money, it's probably going to be really bad because you're going to force a lot of things, and that's what makes trading so difficult, I think. You
Yeah.
just got to be patient, wait for that broken slot machine.
Yep. Yeah, it's tough because also like as traders, we're like obsessed with the idea of never having a boss. So like every single thing I do with any free time I have is always let's make money. But then it's never like, oh, let's make money by getting a job. It's always like, oh, I can build little things and put them on Etsy. I can go people's house and do renovations for them. I can build little Airbnbs or whatever. So it's really tough for me because every day I'm kind of allocating time to multiple versions of the same shit that makes me hardly any money. So it's kind of
Yeah,
hard for me to be like, oh, I'm going to allocate today to some Airbnb stuff. I'm going to allocate this time to building things and putting them on Etsy. And then it's like, at the end of the day, I'm still fucking broke. So it's like, I don't have,
yeah,
especially with trading, it's the worst because trading is so time consuming compared to the other things. First of all, because I love it the most out of any of those things by far. But whenever you lose money on something that's super time consuming, like at least if I do construction or anything like that, I'm not gonna fucking lose money. Like if worst case scenario, I make like a small amount of money. Trading, like you work all day, you bust your ass and fucking lose money, and it's like, as we all know, it's terrible. It feels like you feel terrible. Like it's just such an awful, yeah. Trading is so fucking hard, dude. It's
it's
just
definitely
so
a good thing.
hard.
It's a good thing to combine with something that is not like a freelance or like self-employed activity, I think,
Yeah.
until you reach a point of profitability, because it's like, yeah, it's so tough to like have multiple startups, so to say, because ultimately trading is like, it's like a startup, it's a company. If you don't perform well, it doesn't make money. But then if you have like you said, then you do that with Airbnb or you do that with Etsy or any other freelancing project, or you start another project. It's tough because they're all maybe not making money, but you're like exerting like 8,000 RPMs and you're just not going forward. And I think that's how burnout really quickly will happen. I know that's what
Yeah.
happened to me at one point in my life. So yeah, I don't know. It is nice to have something a little bit more stable. I know my girlfriend, for example, she did like Upwork stuff, freelancing, and man, she was making a lot of money, like over 6,000 euros a month, just like having these like gigs, and it was basically like part-time work. I was like, dang,
Mhm.
girl, you're freaking cleaning up over there. Good for you.
Mhm.
Uh, so yeah, something that like generates money, like even if it's like hourly work or something, I think it is pretty nice to pair up with trading because it's a little bit more secure. So it like balances the volatility of trading.
And it's
But if
really
you have
important to
two
have
things
some
that
other
are
thing to
unsecure,
do. Like you
yeah,
need to have some other thing to do because if trading is your only thing, like I've heard so many stories of these guys that get profitable and the second they quit their job, they fucking lose it all because they're trying to trade all day now. And it's like that job helped you be profitable actually because you can't work and
Yep.
trade. You can't do it all day. So it's like, that's like something that's always in the back of my mind too, where it's like I need to make sure. I actually told this was something I implemented about like 3 months ago where I was like, you know what? Trading is not working right now. I need to do something else for the remainder of the day. I need to be done at 11 o'clock no matter what point and blank. Like fucking that is it. I'm not trading past 11. And ever since I started doing that, I've definitely had way better mental health just because I'm getting so much shit done doing other stuff. Like you'd be amazed what 4 hours does for like you know, like a stupid little construction job or just something dumb like that. Like I'll be like, wow, I fucking worked 4 hours and I actually have something tangible in front of me and cash in my hand, you know. Plus also the
Yeah.
whole idea of like serendipity that we talked about. It's like I have no idea what could make me a shit ton of money. Like my girlfriend, she was telling me yesterday, she was like, you should start filming TikToks about the shit that you build because people love watching just like a voiceover of like a video that's in a time lapse and it's just sped up and it's just some guy building like a house or some shit like that. And I was like, I don't want to do it because I fucking hate making content. It is my absolute most hated thing is making videos and shit like and editing. I'm just like, oh my God, bro. I spent enough time on the computer clicking these fucking buy bid, buy the ask. I don't want to like all this shit trying to like spend 2 hours making this dumbass 60-second video. And I'm like,
Dude,
then she was
those
like, you
shorts
never
take
know.
forever to make. Yeah.
Oh, bro. Yeah, I had one short I ever made that was like edited and it took me fucking forever. And I was like, that was terrible. Like, wow, I got 100 views. Holy shit.
Yeah.
What a fucking reward that was. But my girlfriend was like, you should try that. And I was like, thinking about it, I was like, wait, what if I just try something dumb and that's the one thing that like, you know, let's say I make some stupid little TikTok video about building some construction thing, and then I have all this shit on Etsy they can buy from me, or I can build them an Airbnb site on their property, or I can build them whatever, you know. It's just important to make sure, like, as entrepreneurs and people like us who have this tendency that we fucking just hate having anyone telling us what to do, which is all four of us and every day trader that ever existed. Honestly, I think it's everyone in the world, but day traders are just the people who are insane enough to actually try it. We have to make sure that we're trying lots of stuff at the in the infancy stage, you know, like me, where I'm not even profitable in trading. I need to make sure I'm doing a lot of things and not just saying, oh, trading's the only thing I have. But yeah. My spiel.
I can
Yeah.
I can relate to you on that. I don't editing is not my joy at all. It's just so cumbersome and exhausting. It takes so long to edit a video. It's just very time consuming. I'm with you. Like I don't like to put in that time for editing either. I think my channel is just gonna be mostly just I can make a quick recap in 30 minutes and post it within 30 minutes. And like, well, that's great. You know, I don't want to be editing for, you know, transitions and then different types of shots, different scenery, different all this and that. And you know, and I don't have that passion for like that sort of creative endeavor, I guess, in video making. I like it more though as like for me, I like my channel is more of like just like a journaling thing. You know, just every day I review the tickers I traded, review some trades that I took, and I can do that without any editing. I just film it once, and then upload it right up to YouTube, and that's perfect. That's all I need.
That's why I love live streaming, because it's so easy. Just turn it on,
Yeah.
turn it off, goodbye.
Are you doing live streaming?
Yeah, that too.
No,
No.
I'm
Me,
not,
I'm
but I
doing any
totally
live
will.
stream.
Yeah, Tom, you were live streaming a little while ago, weren't you?
I've done it here and there, but I didn't get any engagement. So I just felt like I was just talking to myself. So I was like, whatever, I might as well just record my screen privately and then just do a recap video. But
True.
yeah,
There's definitely that phase
I
of
don't know.
that streaming part.
I did it for a while too. Like I did it for a good 2 months straight every day, and I got like one or two views usually. And I was like, you know what? I don't know why I'm doing this. I'd rather just not have the hassle of live streaming while I'm trading, and I can just do a recap.
Right now, streaming for trading content is very difficult. Like we're in a big lull in terms of like audience on YouTube for trading content. I've really noticed that with my channels and stuff. And that's why I'm taking a little bit of a sabbatical, because it's like there was a time where you upload a trading video and you'll probably get like 2,000 views pretty quickly. But now you upload a trading video and it's like people really like, it's not a topic that's searched very much. It will be again. It's like super cyclical. I've noticed this because I've been doing it for almost 4 years now. But it's like, yeah, sometimes there's like these 4 months or 5-6 months in a row where it's like you're just like you come out with a horrible video, but like everyone's watching it. But now it's like you put so much time into a video and it's like no one's watching it, except like your core audience that follows you regardless. But yeah, it's a tough topic for sure.
Do you find that you get lag when you're doing live streaming and all that stuff?
Me, I don't know. I would have to say occasionally. It's definitely has happened in the past, but I was on a different Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi now is really good. I have AT&T fiber, which is pretty good. Um, but so I haven't had any trouble with that. But on previous internet, with about 100 download and about 12 upload, yeah, I was lagging.
Yeah, I like a little. It doesn't really matter though for me because I'm not really high frequency trading.
Is it coming from the internet or is it coming from the hardware?
Mine was
I
definitely
don't know.
hardware.
It could be the hardware. It could be the hardware. I don't think I have that bad of hardware. I mean it does kick on the fan when I do record my screen or live stream. So I don't know. It could be. I'm not sure though. I
My
haven't really
old
tested it with
laptop
this
was
Wi-Fi.
I dick around so much with my TOS setup, so like I don't get any lag since I got my new computer, but I keep trying to optimize it as much as possible.
yeah.
And I definitely feel like right now
Yeah.
I found something that's working the best, and I'm doing all pop-out windows now. But I'll open 3 instances of TOS, and I'll pretty much put everything, like clear out everything, have no charts, have nothing going in the background, and then pop out what I want on that one instance and make that my active ladder. And then open another instance of TOS and then do the charts. And then open another instance to do level 2 and watch lists. And I definitely feel like it helps with getting order entries and stuff. It just
That's really interesting.
sometimes
Really?
when
I
you
just
those like
Windows.
quarter-second float where like that when you're trying to buy or sell and it just floats for a second and then the order goes through. It's definitely doesn't do that as much anymore. Because I've watched, like those guys Relentless or like Crispy Trades and or like Trading Farmer and those guys. And I'm always amazed when I watch them trade, like they look like they get zero lag when they punch the buy market, the, those shares are bought instantly. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like so there's definitely something. I'm keep playing around with it, but all those guys all have pop-out windows. I know that because they're all using a different level 2, or like probably you're using a pop-out window too now because you're using a DOS trader.
I just have a bunch of windows
Yeah.
on mine. Yeah. But yeah, Tom, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the theory behind the pop-out windows and having several instances? I would think that would make it slower, right?
That's
No,
what I would have thought.
faster.
well, apparently TOS runs on a single thread, so you're just using a different thread for every instance that you open up. So you're basically maximizing. If you have like a high-powered computer, you can maximize. It doesn't use too much CPU, and it definitely doesn't use that much GPU. I find, but if you have a lot of things running, that's where you get things when it starts to slow down. If you have too many charts up, for instance, or you have like too many indicators and things like that. I have some of like the special indicators that I have, like that tell me how much volume there is on every candle, and there's like the hauled up and hauled down. So all that stuff contributes to lag.
Wait, so you're saying you're actually
All that
opening the
has to
application
all that has
multiple
to
times?
refresh. And if you use just one, if you're only using one instance, everything has to refresh at the same time. So something's going to get bogged down at some point.
Are you opening TOS multiple times? Like you're actually opening TOS, logging in, then opening another and logging in?
Exactly. I have it open 3 times.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah,
I did that when I started because I didn't know how to
open it
detach
and
windows.
then log in, and then you click on the icon again and it will open another one and it will load up and you log in and you'll have a second one. And then, yeah, it's exactly what I do.
I have to try that. I got like 7 detached windows from TOS, right?
It probably depends if like are you using a desktop, Colby?
No, I have a laptop.
Laptop as well. Yeah, who knows? My last laptop, like it was a problem. It was really pushing it, and it was during a lot of my streaming times. But then this new one, I could have so much stuff open, Windows, live stream, video recording, and like it just handles it like a champ. It'll start. You'll hear the fan, but this thing's a beast. So I guess it really.
Hey,
comes
you have like a
down-
trillion terabytes of RAM, bro.
Dude, this thing is 64 gigabyte RAM on a laptop. I
Oh,
don't even know
you
where
don't
they
have
put.
128?
No, dude, you got the 128? Did they
No,
even make it that much?
I got 64
Why?
because you had 64, so I wanted to match you.
Dude, I think the 64 is probably a major overkill. I would probably even go lower next time, but hey, it was the best option available. And I was so fed up with my old laptop. I was like, let me spend the extra couple $100 and let me just max this puppy out. But now if I use this laptop on the couch, it'll like burn a hole through my legs. It gets hot.
I had no idea what kind of specs or like what kind of laptop to get, but since I've gone through the whole process, I definitely have a better idea of what you need and what is necessary. And
Yeah, what's
the
necessary?
more you have, the better. It's definitely better to have all the computing power you can possibly get.
Yeah, especially for Windows, like Windows is so unresourceful the way it uses its energy. Like you could do like a Mac top, like a MacBook with like probably like 8 GB RAM, probably even half that, but it's got like a nice M1 chip and the thing is so resourceful, it's ridiculous. You like edit 4K video on it just with a breeze. And then like this Windows laptop, these things are like freaking tanks. Like there's nothing efficient about them. But I love my Windows, but man, I hope they upgrade some of their chips at one point. These Intel chips are no bueno.
You do optimize Windows and delete all the unused.
Yeah, dude. I do all that stuff all the time, but I don't know.
Like I haven't opened up mail or anything. This like the computer I bought is strictly for trading. I haven't. There's no extra apps for anything else other than if it's for trading, then it will be on this computer. Otherwise, OBS and TOS are like the applications I've downloaded.
Yeah, no, I actually have a lot of stuff going on.
Huh?
What do you have?
I bought a Legion i5.
Oh, nice.
Lenovo.
Yeah,
Legion.
those are nice. Those are good for trading.
It's pretty sweet. I think if I were to do it again, though, I would have gotten the i7 and I've also heard like the Radeon chips are pretty good too. I'm not sure. Like, I wish I would. At least I wish I would have gotten like the i9. I have like a i7 chip or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
is how much is that as far in US dollars? The Lenovo
this
Legion.
was probably about 2,000 US, but it's definitely cheaper in the US. I think I could have gotten it for about 15 or 1,200 bucks in the US.
The electronics in the US are so much cheaper. It's amazing.
Buying it in Thailand was hard to find. To get it spec'd out, it was almost impossible. I had to go all over the place to find it. And then it's a Thai computer, so I have like my keyboard has all the Thai characters on it and stuff.
Yeah. That's why I refuse to buy a laptop or electronics in Germany, because one, they're super expensive, and two, it's all the German keyboard and I don't want it. I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's definitely best to get in the States, but I don't know when I'll be back in the States again, so I just kind of bit the bullet. I was trying to run TOS on the MacBook for basically my whole trading career for like the year and a half that I've been trading with before.
With the emulator, right?
No emulator. I was just trading straight off of the MacBook.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it was running okay, but I was in China most of the time when I started trading.
Right.
Internet's just horrible, at least where I was at. And so I just figured it was really poor internet. And then I moved to Thailand, and then I got a condo and like the internet wasn't great. So I kind of kept blaming it on the internet. And then I finally got really good internet and I still kept running into the same lagging problems. And I was like, okay, it's TOS or it's the Mac. TOS is built for
It's a
Windows.
Windows.
It's not
Yeah.
built for Mac. And even if you go through an emulator, it still doesn't work properly. You need to have an Intel chip or a Radeon chip in there, AMD chip.
It's weird, man. TOS. We'll see how long it's still around for. It's like one of the oldest programs, but it's still hanging in. Gotta love TOS.
Yeah, I wonder if like you
Yeah.
know if Schwab will invest anything into it and try to improve it a little bit when they kind of take it all over.
I hope so, but I hope they don't make it worse. I feel like a lot of times these like, you know, if it's, and TOS is a little bit the software where it's like if it's not broken, don't fix it. And I feel like that's been their motto for like since I don't know 20 years. It's an old program. I had it when I was like I think a teenager. I even downloaded it. Like it's been around for a long time. Yeah, because my dad and I would always look at stocks together, and I think I downloaded it back then, really long time ago. Before we go on too much about this topic, any other thoughts going forward this week? I think we probably drilled it all through, but any final thoughts?
I'm still waiting for this market to, prove itself a little bit more. I broke my rules yesterday and I kind of broke my rules again today. So I need to do better with that. With trading past my time. I want to trade till about 10:30. If something's looking pretty hot, 11 o'clock and then call it. And I've really been working on being patient though, just waiting for a setup. Because like you were talking about earlier in the podcast, like sometimes you just start to like you sit there long enough that you feel like you need to make a trade. And you just start
what it is.
stabbing crap that is, it's bad. You know it instantly when you buy in. And then you have to, once you buy in, you're not going to automatically just exit out of that trade. You have to see if at least it will move one way or the other. And typically it'll move against you because that's what you deserve when you're buying in just because you're bored. But yeah, I'm really trying to keep myself from doing that because I definitely have that problem.
Yeah, board trading is the freaking devil. It is. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm working on as well.
I'm trying to the big goal is to have a day where if nothing looks good, I'd like to be able to get through a whole day and not pull the trigger once. That's one of my goals, actually.
That's a good goal. I think that's a good idea.
I don't know if it will ever happen, but it's in the back of my mind.
Tom, you wanted to say something?
The no trade days are tough to stick with. Usually everyone ends up with at least with one trade or two trades, and they end up some sort of P&L. But yeah, no trade days, you gotta have some serious discipline to have those for sure. Even Ross Cameron never has no trade days. He's always pulling the trigger on something.
Yeah,
but he does always advocates for if there's nothing there, it could be a no trade day and that's okay. But yeah, he always breaks his rules too. So
it's so true. He always says it in the beginning of every video, but he never actually. The only way I have a no trade day is pretty much if I'm just not online, like I'm traveling or something. Even then I'll throw a trade in. But yeah, who's in our Discord that I feel like is really good at not trading or being really patient? I think Lance. He seems to be quite disciplined, but I don't really know what's actually on the other side of his messages, but he seems to be pretty disciplined.
If my goal is to have a no trade day and then I only trade twice, that's pretty much accomplishing my goal right there.
Yeah, that's basically a no trade day. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. What helps is honestly and coming back for the market open tremendously. And I'm going to keep doing it until I really notice some hot action at 7 o'clock. well, I'm actually waiting till 7:30 until I close my TOS. But until I miss like, I don't know, 10 days in a row of great action at 7:45, I'm going to keep closing my TOS pre-market if nothing's happening, because dude, it's day and night. And that gives me 2 hours to work on something else. It's freaking amazing. Like, that's a lot of time. So
it doesn't give you
a lot of
FOMO or
times.
anything if you see something that has moved pre-market
No,
down.
because I feel like after 7:30, staring at the computer, sometimes I get distracted mentally anyway. And then oftentimes something will move, and then I'll trade it high and then be red, and then I'll just be upset for the next hour and a half. And then, then it's 9 and then waiting for the market open. I don't know. And then I'm already mentally exhausted because I've been staring at the charts for so long. So like today I missed some moves, but who knows how I would have traded it. I don't know. Like it's not bothering me at all, to be honest. So yeah, you're always going to leave money on the table somewhere. And I think net it's helping me, because right now my biggest downfall is the exposure to slow markets, and I'd rather just close it, come back for the market open, see what I can do for the next 30, 60 minutes. That's amazing. That's under 2 hours of trading a day, and that's where I want to keep it. I don't want to trade more than 2 hours a day. That's not why I became a trader, to be glued to the screen.
Yeah, it's a good group.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all it
Colby, any
takes-
thoughts for you?
All it takes is like one or two good trades, and you can call it a day too. It's
Dude, that's what it is. Yeah. That's what
pretty
it is.
easily sometimes.
Yeah, I'm really doing the exact same thing. I'm trying to, the trades that I think are really good, scalp them. Don't try to get like this crazy target. Reduce the market exposure to an absolute maximum. Trade only this one strategy. Try to avoid any trade where I'm like, yeah, it's not a good trade. If I'm like, fuck yes, this is a trade, that's when I want to take the trade. I don't want to be like, maybe, And then also something I've been doing that's actually been helping a lot is I used to wake up and immediately go to my computer and just like open the market, see where it's at. Then I have 2 hours of just me fucking around on my computer, or like doing anything, where I'm just like wasted time, energy. And then I go to the market, my eyes are already fatigued, and I'm just like, and I do make all these dumb decisions. I've been waking up and just like, no phone. Well, I'll look at my phone for a second. I'll literally check like the ES, see if it's down like 40 points today or not. And then I'll look at it for 1 second and then just immediately go stretch. Like I'll stretch my back and my legs and my arms and do that for like 15 minutes. And then from 9:20 to 9:30, I just like sit and meditate, and just right in front of my computer. I'll just sit right here. Not even meditate. I'm just trying to just close my eyes, not think of anything, just breathe deeply and just like calm myself down, make sure that I know that like this is a stupid adult video game that we're about to play, that I'm literally just trying to make a quick buck and get the fuck out. I'm not trying to make $1 million today. I'm not trying to lose $1 million. I'm not trying to get rich or get poor. I'm just trying to make a little bit of fucking money and leave. I'm not trying to fucking be the best day trader of all time. I don't even make any money yet. So just calm down, relax, get your money and get out. And if you lose, also get the fuck out. There's no point, like for me at least, in the large caps right now, or the indexes, if I lose like my first 2 trades, I'm going to be red. There's not really a chance where I'm going to get back to green. So just leave the market alone. Same thing you guys said, just reduce exposure to the maximum.
Yeah. It's different styles, but yeah, same philosophies for sure.
Yep.
Nice hat, by the way, Toby.
Oh, thank you.
I got a similar hat. This is my German hiking hat. And then I got,
I should have worn my other hat.
and then I got my city hat, my summer hat.
Nice.
Dude, you look like you should be like yodeling in the green hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, it's like a deep South German like a forest hat.
That's dope. I
Yeah.
like the color.
Cheers. But yeah, Toby, it looked good. I nice, solid stuff, man.
Shit, we should all wear cool hats next time.
Dude, let's do it. We'll have a hat podcast coming up.
Yeah.
It'll be like
Yeah.
Shamat
We
with his
do Halloween costumes in a couple weeks.
Oh shit, that'd be funny.
True.
We can invite
okay, we
Relentless
got a
on for the
Halloween
same
one.
week. And he'll fucking be like,
So-
why are you all dressed as like idiots? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, someone that's never came on before. So that's the 24th. Is the closest. no, actually, wait. Halloween is on the 31st. No, 30th, right?
31st, I think, right?
Oh my God, the 31st of October is
Yeah.
is a
Is it on
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
It's on Tuesday. Now
No
we have to do
way.
it.
Holy
Now
shit.
we
Yeah,
have
we
to do
have
it.
to. Fuck.
That's pretty funny. It's podcast day and Halloween day.
I don't even
I
know.
have a
Oh
good
my God.
idea already. I have a good
It's-
idea.
Okay. This is gonna be good. Well, Toby, hopefully you're gonna even you might have to just drop in because you'll probably be out. So you might just have to drop in on your phone for like 5 minutes and show us your costume.
No, I'll be here.
It'll be late. It'll be late. I mean, it might be tough for me too. 7 o'clock, that's like prime Halloween party time. So
when's
I
daylight
might be the one.
savings?
Yeah.
That savings, I have no idea.
Oh yeah, true. Daylight savings.
Yeah, it will be even later for me actually.
Oh no, I totally forgot about daylight saving. That's about to get brutal. Well,
That has to be coming up fairly soon. It's October, I'm sure.
Yeah.
yeah, it's sometime in October. October October, yeah, 29th of October. Oh, that's right before. That's at least
Couple days
is that for
before
Germany?
Halloween.
Yeah, that's for Germany. It's different in America. Yeah, it's November 5th in America. Okay, now we know. So that's after. Yeah, it's always those 2 weeks that totally throw me off. I'm like, wait, I trade now at 1 p.m. or wait, what time is it? It totally throws me off.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we should probably call it here before we keep rambling on too long.
Yeah.
But now people know Halloween. Keep it coming. All right, guys. Nice chit chat today. Get our traumas out. Psychology session, therapist session. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys.
Stay safe out there with this action.
Yeah, for real. No more trading today. Close the apps.
All right.
Ciao.
Take it easy, guys. See you next week.
Hey, boys. See ya.
Yeah.